Hey frag heads and fragrance lovers, how's it going? What's up? How's the fragrance life treating you? I hope that you're smelling good out there. I know that you are. In the comment section below, let me know, what's that scent of the day? What are you wearing? So let's jump into this fragrance, all-time classic. This is Dolce Gabbana Poure, Homme, the classic, the original. This is actually an Italian batch, if that matters to you at all. Let me read you the batch code here. Let's see here. 503804, if that means anything to you. Check out the batch, guys. I think it's the Italian, and it's a beautiful fragrance. Beautiful fragrance of one of the best of all time. Really kind of transitioned us from some of these more oak moss fragrances more into the modern fragrance game. And let me explain why. This is one of the granddaddies of fragrances for a reason. So in the beginning, you get this neroli, mandarin, bergamot, beautiful melange of citruses. Really well done, a little bit clean, but also I just love the mandarin. I'm a sucker for orange and I'm a sucker for mandarin. I love it. The heart of the fragrance has, I think, a little bit of thyme. It has some pepper, and the fragrance just has a lot of charm to it. Really does. And guys, this fragrance doesn't really have any geranium or oak moss. It actually has some tonka and some tobacco in the base of the fragrance, and that's really the biggest things to me in this fragrance and what it's all about. This fragrance really pulled things through, you know, was really kind of progressive, or really early on, really just did some magic, really did. They had that tobacco tonka DNA and a little bit of sweetness and richness and a different type of DNA to the fragrance than a lot of other fragrances of its time. And when this fragrance came out, a lot of things were oak moss, a lot of things were lavender, and you know, vanilla in men's fragrances was still kind of a little bit foreign, not done very often. And especially tonka. Tonka, this was one of the earlier fragrances with tonka and tobacco in a classic men's fragrance. There were tobacco fragrances that existed, but not in a mainstream designer release like this in the base. So guys, this is a very great classic men's fragrance, one of the best out there. Timeless fragrance. Really did it right, really got us into the modern day with just fragrances. And even though this is a classic fragrance, it doesn't smell outdated, it doesn't smell bad, it smells timeless. And that's how you know, at least in my opinion, a lot of the times when they did a fragrance right is when it stands the test of time. Dior Fahrenheit, Platinum Egoist, you know, Pour Monsieur, there's a lot of really good ones. Terre d'Hermès is going to stand the test of time. They did it right in this one, guys, trust me. So getting into what's the performance like, honestly, I get 7, maybe 8 hours if I'm lucky, but really usually about 7 hours. Not bad performance. There is a lot of citrus. There are a lot of lighter notes to this fragrance. Even though they are very full-bodied and well-balanced and well-blended, they are a little bit more fresh in composition. So they didn't really play around with molecules as much with this fragrance. So performance could be a little bit better. Some people might get about 6 hours out of it. But is it a good fragrance? Oh, yes. And but performance, you know, might be more on the average side. Projection, a little bit more on the average side. Sillage, perhaps a little bit more on the average side as well. But it's not bad. It works in almost every situation because of that. Highly versatile, never will offend, never will be too much, and never will be in people's faces. So compliment factor wise, actually got me a little bit more respect than I was accustomed to. This fragrance actually is more of a compliment getter than you would expect. Not only does it smell gentlemanly, not only does it smell confident, not only does it make you smell like a man, but it also still smells classy, timeless. You know, some people might say that this will definitely, you know, might swoon an older lady. I'm not sure about that. But this fragrance certainly is a good one. It certainly works, and trust me, guys, you want to try this one out if you are a vintage fragrance lover, if you love the classics and you still haven't got your nose on this one, if you still don't know about it, and maybe you're just getting into classic fragrances and you want to try some of the best and see what all the hoot and the holler, you know, what's the talk of the town about these vintage fragrances. This is certainly one that you guys got to try, even if you're younger, to see if it works for you. Still one of the best fragrances out there that was ever made. And great fragrance, guys, great fragrance. Outstanding creation here. So what are my final thoughts with this fragrance? It's hard to find these. If you're lucky, if people are nice with you, you can still find vintage bottles from around $70, 60, 70, if they're being nice to you. If somebody knows what they have and they're trying to make pinch a penny out of you. So I've seen people charge upwards of $200 for sealed bottles of these. So do try to find a deal. Do try to find somebody who's being a little bit more, I don't know, honest, or a little bit more approachable with their prices. You shouldn't really have to pay over $100 or something for one of these, even though it's great, even though it's worth trying. They weren't playing around with the concentration. It was a 21% concentration, and this is, again, the made in Italy batch. This is the best. There's actually a whole history behind these fragrances, and they moved or changed production. So they switched from Italy to Germany, and no, from Italy to Germany, I think it was, and then they switched in Germany, I think, to France. I forget if they changed 3 or 4 different times, but there's whole history, and there are different batches if you are looking into this one. And it's a whole nother little black hole of fragrance you can dive into if you want to. But I would go straight for the Italian version, because to me, it's the highest quality, and it's certainly a beauty, and it's worth checking out. So guys, hope that you enjoyed my review today. I tried to make it short and sweet. I didn't go over all the notes, but this fragrance is worth, trying out, and is worth, giving it justice. It deserves respect. That is, Dolce & Gabbana Poure Homme. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed my review today. I respect the classics, modern, cheapies, beast mode. I talk about it all, and I hope that you enjoyed this fragrance review today. If you like the content, if you like what you saw, if you want to support this channel and help it grow, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, tell a friend. And when you hit all notifications, so you never miss out on a new episode, and I upload very regularly, hit that notification bell, hit all notifications. And I'll see you next time, everybody. Wear what you love, rock what you got. Stay beautiful out there, stay safe, and I know that you're smelling great, so wear what you love, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everybody, and bye.